Our Gulf Coast MakerCon 2015 coverage is proudly powered by the Microsoft Store. Go ahead and imagine presenting the thinnest and lightest Surface ever, the Surface 3. The perfect balance of performance and value for students, families, and more. Pre-order yours today or check out all the other latest gadgets at f5live.tv/Microsoft.
All right, we've got somebody new here with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, Tony Selvaggio, and I'm with Scrap on Spot, and we are hosting the deconstruction zone, the kids deconstruction zone.
Okay, and so what is that?
Well, we have a whole bunch of kids taking apart electronics, taking apart computers and Xbox and iMacs, and having a chance to look at what's inside of those.
So it's like
items.
a reverse engineering type of thing.
It is.
Where they can
it is.
see
Yes.
what all goes into it. That's really interesting.
Yes, it's like construction or imagination through deconstruction. It's kind of what the approach that we have.
Very cool. And so, how did you get involved in something like that? Because obviously it's a little odd, right? In the way that all of this is a little odd in a wonderful way. How would you get involved in something like that?
Well, we are an electronic recycling company.
Okay.
The division that takes care of the electronic recycling is called eSmart Recycling.
Okay.
And I guess that the approach that we have, it's a little bit different from the regular electronic recyclers, where we have a strong community outreach. So it was kind of shocking to me getting involved with maker community and the robotic teams and not see a representative from the electronics where, first of all, that's all made out of electronics.
Right.
And not only that, I guess one of the hopes that we have by doing this is that kids will understand all of the neat items that are inside the electronics that are not only valuable but are very toxic once you dispose of them incorrectly. 75 to 80% of all electronics end up in the landfill. And we're just throwing away so many awesome things that we can recover.
Definitely.
Especially like with the PlayStation 3, especially the first two of the 3 generations, there's a chip on the board that's made out of some weird, rare thing that's only found in one place in Africa.
Yeah.
That's in like a war-torn area.
It is.
Super difficult to get a hold of.
Yeah, you're talking about Colt 10.
Yeah.
That's the name. Yeah. So, and not even that, you have like on your magnets of your hard drives, you have rare earth metals. Yep. You have, everybody hears about gold and copper, but you have neat metals like cobalt, which is worth $400 a kilogram, through nasty toxins like cadmium and flame retardants and mercury. So. We're recyclers, and everything that we take apart, we take it back to our warehouse, we sort it out, and then we deal with our partners.
Okay.
But I guess ultimately our goal is to bring technology to the most remote and forgotten places on Earth. When you realize that all of the content of Wikipedia you can put in a thumb drive, that you can put in a Pentium 4 that we consider obsolete, and you have kids across the world that have never seen a computer in their whole life. Imagine all the instruments of education that we can have. So,
what other types of events do you attend other than MakerCon, of course?
We do recycling drives. We use electronic recycling as fundraising opportunities for churches and schools and after program schools, and we go to HOA communities.
Robotics groups?
Yep. That's correct. We go to HOA communities.
Put that aside.
I know. No, definitely. It was so shocking for me to learn that robotic teams are not getting the whole support that they need. And what a great way to foster creativity and engineering in kids.
Absolutely. So the stuff that's taken apart, say here, is stuff that has been recycled, things that have been brought in to be dealt with?
That's the things that we're bringing here are what we called end-of-life electronics. So those are electronics that we have tested and they're not longer working. It's not worth the money to even try to, refurbish it.
Sure.
So we bring it here, we do deconstruction, then we bring it back to our warehouse, and everything gets sorted. We don't really focus on doing deconstruction. We have partners that we work with for the deconstruction part, but we want to become the biggest guys in town for collection points.
Sure.
So that's her main
People
goal.
have something, an electronic to get rid of. You want them to think of you immediately.
Exactly.
What areas are you in?
All the way from grassroots to communities by putting electronic drop-off locations around town to the higher office corporate client.
Sure.
That has 300 computers, 500 computers, a whole IT room that's getting replaced. That's actually our specialty.
Gotcha.
So we can go in, we can retrieve everything. We have certificate of destruction, because one of the things that we do is that we don't wipe the data, we destroy the hard drive. We have hard drive shredders in our warehouse. We don't remarket, we don't resell hard drives, and that's one of our biggest things, data security.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what's your radius for business? Where do you work out of? Where can people come to?
We work out of Tampa, close by the port of Tampa.
Okay.
That's our main warehouse. But we're actually looking at a second facility up in Hillsborough County by where Odessa is.
Okay.
And not only that, we have our trucks, we have our box trucks. The area that we service is about 100 miles.
Oh, wow.
But next week we're going to Vero Beach to pick up some switches and routers, to give you an example. So it's 150 miles down the other coast. So if it's worth our time and our effort, we're more than happy to go the extra mile.
So what if a person has an old CRT monitor they want to get rid of?
Well, CRT...
Can they deal with you?
CRTs and... TVs and monitors are actually the only charge item that we have.
Okay.
The reason why we do that is we have to pay to get rid of it. We are not, the moment you start breaking those apart, you need a special type of license. So we don't want to do that. We just rather pass it on to a partner that already has the license, but we have to pay for that. So TVs and monitors are the only charge item that we have.
Okay, so somebody has an old computer. They've got a Pentium 1 computer they found in the garage. They don't want to throw it away. They want to get rid of it. How can they interact with you?
They have two options. They can either give us a call, go to our website, and request a pickup.
Okay.
We can offer free pickup at no cost if it meets certain requirements. At least a minimum amount. If it's only a Pentium 1, to give the example that you put, they can either drop it to our warehouse. Okay. We're setting up drop-off locations across town that you can go into our website and kind of check out what's the nearest one. Cool. Or they could even call us. We're going to charge a minimum pickup fee, but it's going to be way less than dealing with a junk removal company. Not only that, you're going to have a certificate of recycling. You know that your data is going to be destroyed, so you don't have to deal with that. And it's definitely worth the couple of bucks that we would charge to do that pickup.
Very cool. And knowing that, the hazardous materials are being dealt with properly and all of the things that go along with that is certainly worth it.
Absolutely. And not only knowing that, but we are a for-profit. We're a social entrepreneurship. So you're going to be working with somebody that's giving back to the community, that's revenue sharing with nonprofits, that's doing the community outreach that it's needed.
And also teaching children about the technology that was past use.
Correct. That is correct.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you coming by and talking to us.
Thank you very much.
The rest of the show.
Thank you. It was exciting. Thank you.
All right. That I love, because it's not just about making things. When you're done, sometimes you end up with broken parts, right? The robotics group, for example. You end up with broken parts. What are you going to do with that? You don't want to throw it away, because there's in the capacitors, there's acids and all kinds of stuff. You don't want to just throw them away. It's nice to have somebody in town that deals with that
and cares about the community and about all that that comes with it. The
fact that they work with churches and robotics groups and nonprofits and stuff as a fundraising opportunity is a really great scenario. I like that. I'm glad that there's both a electronically and socially responsible group like that out there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.